Previously on the review of My Singing Friend Ariel and Flounder. We're gonna be unboxing and taking a look at the international version of the My Singing Friend Ariel and Flounder doll made by Jakks Pacific. You know how a few months ago I found this doll at a Toys R Us store? And I thought she would only sing in the international versions, but when I was doing a little more research on this doll, apparently the international boxes say that she also talks. So when I went to my local Canadian Tire one day, I decided to buy the doll and unbox her for you guys to see if she actually talks in her international release. Try me. Ariel talk and sings. Isn't it weird that Jakks decided to put talk instead of talks? And here is our My Singing Friend Ariel and Flounder doll out of the box. And by the sounds of it, it doesn't sound like she talks at all in her international releases. Before we continue on with the review, please be sure to watch the first part where we take a look at Ariel's box in all of its detail and the flounder that Ariel comes with. Let's dive into part 2 of this review then, shall we? Next, we'll take a look at Ariel's fun hair clips. She comes with a blue seashell hair clip, an orange starfish hair clip, and a purple seashell hair clip. And yes, the seashell hair clips are the same mold, just 2 different colors. Next, we'll take a look at Ariel's hairbrush, which is a dingle hopper. Now, Scuttle from The Little Mermaid, he calls it a dingle hopper, and he says you use it to brush your hair. But we all know that's not true, because it's actually called a fork, and that's one of the utensils you use to eat with. The dingle hopper is gray. It has lots of texturing on it, like swirls, pearls, lines, and a seashell on the bottom of it. It has its usual 4 prongs, and the 3 holes from the 4 prongs are actually covered up, because that's where the hairbrush motif comes in. And lastly, before we move on to the doll, this is Ariel's teal crown. It has lots of swirls and jewels on it, and a teal seashell in the middle. So let's just put it on her head right here. Now she is a proper princess. Now let's take a look at the Ariel doll herself. Starting off with her mermaid tail, it is a minty green color. Her fin is transparent and it has lots of glitter, pearls, and swirls on it. Moving upwards to Ariel's tail, it is also a mint green color. The front of her tail is also transparent. Her tail has lots of iridescent scales on it, and iridescent means it has a shimmer to it, like a colorful shimmer. So there is a shimmer of green, pink, purple, and blue in her scales. The iridescent details on her scales kind of reminds me of what you would see underwater, which I find pretty cool. The top of her tail contains 2 molded on ruffles, and above that is a green belt consisting of pearls. Ariel's bikini top consists of 2 purple seashells with a teal jewel in the middle and lots of pink molded on ruffle designs at the bottom with 2 purple spaghetti straps surrounding her arms. Her spaghetti straps also has that ruffle motif going on, and her top is outlined with light purple pearls. Ariel wears a white necklace, and in the middle of that necklace is a teal seashell, and that is where you press to get the music and lights. And if you're wondering where her speaker is, it is also located on Ariel's bikini top. Ariel is showing her teeth and has natural colored lips with blue shimmering and sparkling royal reflection eyes. And she has lots of eyeliner, and I think some light tints of purple eyeshadow with red eyebrows and red beautiful flowing long hair. She also has red bangs on the left-hand side of her head, and they are divided with an elastic. Ariel's posability is quite basic. She turns her head very slightly. She can't move it a lot though, because she can go in and out of water. And she also rotates in her shoulders. The iridescent details on the back of her tail don't go all the way around. but all the designs on her top do go all the way around. Ariel's battery compartment is located in her back and requires 2 screws to get in there. And as you can tell on the back of Ariel, there is a button to switch her language. And if you're wondering where it's located right above the battery compartment. So Dad already switched her to English, but I'm still gonna show you the language selection anyway so that you get the gist of it. So she sings in 10 different languages, plus the instrumental mode. So let me demonstrate the languages for you. So that's French. And that is all her languages that she speaks. So now, without a further ado, let's see what this Ariel doll does. So I didn't hear any phrases so far. Let's push her seashell again and see what happens. No phrases, but as you can see, her tail lights up blue and green. It also lights up a light shade of purple. Let's see what happens when I push it again. Nope, she does not utter a single phrase. Now, if we look at her box again, it clearly says that she quote-unquote talk and sings. Again, I say the word talk in plural because that's what it clearly states on the box. So Jakks, you failed my hopes and dreams once again. So that just proves to you how lazy Jakks Pacific has gotten with their newer Disney toddler dolls. Of course, I am going to the United States pretty soon, and I'm gonna try to buy all the dolls that currently only talk in the United States from the United States. Now these 3 dolls plus the other 2 that I've shown you at Toys R Us, they do not speak in their international versions. And I believe phrases are what power the mind. If you listen to a phrase, you could hear something positive out of it. Like, for example, the Anna doll that I showed you earlier today.
I'm so glad we're friends. The sky's awake, so I'm awake, so we have to play.
And if children want to learn other languages, Jakks Pacific used to make it easy for them to learn those languages. But ever since 2021 with Sing Along with Elsa and the Magic in Motion Hair Glow Rapunzel doll, which in international parts of the world she's just called the Hair Glow Rapunzel doll, she does not talk or move her mouth like the American version of the doll. The same thing applies for every Jakks Disney toddler doll now. And that is why I am making the hashtag Save the Talkin' Dolls campaign, which I haven't started yet. But hopefully I'll find a way to get it started soon. I'm still probably gonna make adverts for it and promotions for it. But other than that, I don't think I'm gonna start a crowdfunding account or any of those online money type things anytime soon. But basically what the hashtag Save the Talkin' Dolls campaign is I'm gonna fundraise money to buy all the dolls that currently only talk in the United States from the United States. And I actually found a few of the American versions of the dolls last night on Amazon.ca. So I'm gonna try and order those and see if they live up to their expectations. But the second part of the fundraiser is fundraising money to hire voice actresses to do the roles in lots of different languages. Not just English, French, or Spanish, but other languages too, like Russian, Swedish, Chinese, Japanese, etc. So the dolls will be available in lots of different languages with their phrases embellished into them. And the final step is to convince Jakks Pacific to reproduce the dolls all across the world with their phrases properly implemented into them. And again, like I said in the last video that I've done for the Breathe With Me Barbie doll, I clearly state that phrases empower the child to do positive things. Like when Barbie tells you to repeat after her sayings and phrases that empower them. Like, I am strong. I am unique. I can be anything. Those phrases, those are what power the mind, not just like a song that a Disney character sings, because children hear those songs a lot. They want to hear something new. I mean, songs are positive, but phrases can do wonders if you really think about it. When dolls say phrases, those phrases and the doll are like a teacher, teaching children about basic social skills, how to talk to others, how to talk to other children in schools, and not being afraid to say what you want to say, not being afraid to stand up to bullies, because phrases are what spark that imagination with positivity. A month ago, I wrote a letter to our Canadian news station, one of them in Halifax, CTV News, about the whole hashtag situation. I asked them if I could get an interview about the whole campaign situation, and I also asked them if they could help me out with promoting the campaign, but I never got a response from them yet, but hopefully I'll get a response pretty soon. But worst case scenario, I don't get a response and I have to find some other way to get the campaign out there. Every doll and Disney song is unique, but phrases are the most unique thing that you'll ever think of. In the next video that I'm gonna make pretty soon, I'll insert all the American versions of the dolls speaking that I have found on YouTube. None of these videos are mine, but I'm still gonna show you in the next video what the phrases sound like in the American versions of the dolls, and then I'll also put the Canadian or the international versions of the dolls in comparison to the American versions. And in this video that I'm making, listen very closely and tell me what dolls you prefer. But that's all I want to say about the hashtag Save the Talking Dolls campaign for now. I will tell you an interesting fact before we end off this video. Did you know that this Ariel doll is the exact same mold as the Sing and Sparkle Ariel doll, which released in 2018, but I don't know if she talks internationally. You might want to help me on that one in the comments. Well, that just about wraps it up. So if you guys all enjoyed the two-parter of the My Singing Friend Ariel and Flounder doll and would like to support the hashtag Save the Talking Dolls campaign, definitely be sure to give this video a big thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel, ring the bell so you could get notified on my newest and latest videos that come out in the future, and I shall see you all in my next video. Hashtag Save the Talking Dolls.